It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
こんにちは。ご機嫌いかがでしょうか。ソラリンゴのエボです。ドラゴンズドグマ2続きをプレイしていきたいと思います。昨日やろうと思ったんですけど、眠すぎて速攻で寝ちゃったんで、速攻でやめちゃったんで、今日はちょっと進めていきたいなと思います。日がとっぷりと暮れていきましたので、
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest?
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of
なん
assistance?
かあんのかな、上に。いけないな。どっかから行けんのかな。時間経過。世界は常に時間が経過しており、一日の変化に伴って人々の行動や活動内容も変わります。朝、昼、夜、それぞれの時間帯でのみ出会える人物もいることでしょう。宿泊施設また屋外にある特定の椅子で時間を経過調整することができます。夜ね。夜間にしか出没しない魔物などもおり、危険度が増すでしょう。周囲を照らすランタンの準備が必然となります。そうね。採取によって入手したアイテムは時間が経つと変化するものがあります。生物。食べ頃に熟成すると味わいが増したり。なるほど。一定時間の経過で復元する場合があるんだ。じゃあ、OK だね。夜過ごすのは初めてだな。
I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
あれは人？
Hold here a moment.
びっくりし
I
た。
shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean?
また偽革
I
者
see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
It is uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's...
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, if the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble.
へえ
If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
濡れ三つ葉の葉濡れ三つ葉ベルムント北方石書
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well too. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etching. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow weary.
そろそろ敵がいそうな気がして怖いな。あ、そう。よ。よ。上がれないか。上がれないか。上がった。
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
よいしょ。毛孔のエキス。帝王黄金。換金アイテムかな、黄金のって書いてあるぐらいだし。関所脇の野営地。よっ。あら、もう行ったのかな。
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet it is
向か
nowhere
いの
in
実
sight.
車。
Aught may have befallen it.
こういうとこ壊してなんか出てくるかな。
That's it. I've had enough.
あ、敵対しちゃったから。大丈夫か。
Aye. Ought to report, have you?
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
はい、すいません。こっちがさっきの道だから、またいいのか、これで。
Let me get that.
ぶどう。あー、また宝箱があるけど、ここ2箇所か。お金だ、お金はありがたい。ランタン用オイル。今作はランタン用オイルって別になってるな。あそこなんかあるな。なんか、焚き火が上がってたけど。怖いな。あれ絶対なんかいるでしょ。あ、そんなことない。ヘビ。簡素な野営具一式。へえ、あ、なるほど。野外の特定場所で。 ヘビー、これ重いんだ。うわ。
Most sensible, Master. You'll be able to move much more freely with a lighter pack.
うわ、なんかいるわ。
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Ensure you let attack no less than...
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a moment.
なんだなんだ。うわ。
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I...
極上獣肉。あ、隕石、さっきの隕石じゃないや、落石で死んじゃったのかな。おお。
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Do not test.
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
I'll be glad to do that.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
結構い
We
るな。
mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
結構いる
We
な。
mustn't... Take each trial as it comes.
結構いる
We
な。
mustn't... Take each trial as it comes.
Do not test me.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
おお。あれ、つかみって R2 じゃなかったっけ。
Let us not get ahead of
Da.
ourselves.
うわー、爆発で死んだわ。どうしよう。 ああ、だいぶ戻るな。まあいいか。どこ？あ、でもそうでもない。
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
どこだここ？どこまで戻った？
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
It's a glad thing we rested.
We must not look down our guard. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
How since letting the enemy gain the upper hand, the Britons get the worm, as they say.
The arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
魔物だまり。
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
なんか死体がちょこちょこあるな。あら。
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
おお。相手。
I've got you. Use this chance to recover.
A vast, roaring flame. I could have done no better. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
お、なんか。
Oh, well spotted. Indeed.
ああ、なるほど。アクセサリーか。
Good on you for being so observant.
Ooh.
Well done. Bones! Walking bones!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Marines are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
結構焚き火がちょいちょいあるんだな。
By magic, imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Would that such tranquility could last.
Right you are.
え、なんで止まるの？そっち？
What's this? We're trapped.
本当だ。わ。
Aye, a Cyclops. To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops! Straight! Be on your guard! Knock off balance. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
地に足をつけた状態から R2 で接触すると組み付きで掴んだ敵の部位を刺激。なるほど。
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Tis a foe worthy of caution. Won't say our best.
Of course. It is time we made a public to inform the people of Melbourne about the business.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen.
偽学者。
Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis... Well now, the road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling. We could summon one.
届かない。まあいいか。水流ね、あれをどうにかすればいいの？
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
これはあれかな。
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us?
どうしよう。自
Very
分で行
well.
ってみる。
But for your own sake, I recommend you make your way to the capital sooner rather than later.
道わかんないけど。
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
簡素な野営具やばいな。
This heavy pack is slowing me down somewhat, but methinks I can manage for the time being.
割とすごいところで死ぬんだな。結構簡単に死んじゃう。
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
はしごが見えますが、あ、本当だ。
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Good allow us. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Speaking of which, adventuring is toilsome as 'tis, and yet you do it with a laden pack. I cannot but admire your strength.
Oh, pay me no mind. 'Tis one of a servant's many privileges to be entrusted with such articles of value.
Let my magic grant you an elemental ring.
The foremost priority is to douse those flames.
Oh, やばここ。
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
True enough.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Reinforcement? Did we have such resources?
That battle took more out of me than...
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
ちょっとずつ誘えないかな。あ、来た来た来た来た。 おお、まだいっぱいいた。
Wish me to return at once, Master. Watch your footing, Master. Losing your balance on an incline this sharp would be perilous.
We are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise. This ox cart was beset by assailants it could not shake.
は
And
い
this is the result.
The work of goblins, mayhap.
We ought to proceed with caution.
このびっくりマークなんだろう。あ、この月謝が襲撃にあったのか。さっき乗っかってったやつは関係ないってことかな。
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
あとどのぐらいかかるんだろう。
I've got wares of every ilk.
トラベラーズゲートル。
Hope to see you again ere long.
Oui.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called.
How might I aid you, sir?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
またゴブリンか。あれ、なんで使えない？
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Against the world, as they say.
落ちたら死んじゃうね。またそこにゴブリンいるな。
One can see far to the distance from here.
We are alone here, methinks. Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings.
Right you are.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
ハーピーがいるな。
Harpies, be on your guard.
おー、ちょっと待って。
Let my magic draw you to the next one. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
It is right. Level hit.
なるほど、盲学。ああ。
Think nothing of it.
I confirm.
'Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
This is rather... thrilling.
あ、栄光さんが死んでいる。ちょっとあれだな。 リムか、足りるかな。で、
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
あ、栄光さんいなくなっちゃったかな。いなくなっちゃった。じゃあ誰か連れて行こう。できればアーチャーがいいんだけど、あ、この人にしようかな。
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer good.
コンクエスト。
Are you so eager to chat with me? I thought we did enough of that on the road. Where to next, Arisen? It's our first time setting foot in this place, but I trust we'll muddle through. Keep stout of heart.
洞窟があるけど大丈夫かな、入って。あれ、ランタン。
Hot and clear of mind.
じゃあセーブしとこう。怖い。これしたのかな。何も出ないんだ。よいしょ。
My pose was scour this place anew. Who knows what we might find?
Quite right. No sense doing things by halves.
I brought you roaring flame. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Won't fight back.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
ない。
Flame will accomplish little against this foe.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We'd need him to go barging in.
No mercy!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Ooh, マジか。あれなんだか体力回復できないんだろう。なんかあー狭い狭い。
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
あれ、これ終わりか？
Pray, allow me to open yon chest. We would do well to keep our distance. Surely naught good can come of that.
Quite right. Let sleeping dogs lie, as they say.
け。嫌な予感。
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
If something lurks among us, we may not see it till 'tis too late.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Seems your luck's run out.
なんでね。
I'm gonna enjoy
This battle couldn't have come on a worse time. I only hope our victory's a swift one.
Douse the flame before it is too late. I grant you roaring flame. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a moment.
怖っ。初や盗賊かな。
You in pincushion.
Gotta take opportunities as they come.
I'll get that for you.
もうここまでか。ダメだもんね。じゃあ帰るか。
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
A hidden path? I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it.
I've a feeling 'tis best left untravelled. Am I the only one?
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
'Tis no great shock to me.
あれ、どっから降りるんだろう。あ、そこか。
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
この上に宝箱あるのかな。
This is
まあいいか。
rather thrilling.
'Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not. Hush. They'll gladly smash every last one.
まだいるの？うわ、
Another
ゴブリンだ。
come to assist. We ought to have finished off the first one sooner.
八重するか。
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I could have done no better.
my gratitude. Consider it my thanks for all you've done.
おお、1000ゴールド。
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us
腐
to
り
the
かけの
next.
獣肉。こっちの道かな。
I grant you fire blaze. Use it well.
I see you recognise my worth, Arisen.
いつもびっくりしちゃう。やあやあやあ、あ、やあやあやあ。
Arisen? You're
反応
looking
が遅れてし
rather
まった。
lost.
お、砦がある。ここは
While in another world, I happened upon a
これは
treasure
な
chest
んか
rather
今、
close by here.
いや、今行
Perhaps I
かな
could
いで
show
お
you the
こ
way.
う。それよりも先に、またゴブリン。あ、なんか、仲間割れかわかんないけど、あ、違う。
I look forward to informing my
Now that's a surprise.
終わった？
Much obliged. I hope this serves to convey my appreciation.
何くれた？堅牢のエキス。エピやってた。まだ買ってないけど買います。あ、ドグマはまだ買ってない。でもなんか、ちょっと賛否両論らしい。ギャオンだ。遠くない？っていうか、ジョーと遠くない？ギャオン無視していい？ギャオン。無視していい？無視していい？無視するよ。できないか。無視できないわ。
Let my magic grant you an elemental rune. The beast, I said the beast, they can't be on with it, such that they will chase it, right? Such single-minded I do not necessarily use it to counter them. Well, how do you say?
ヒュージブル。ああ、ヒュージブルね。
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a minute.
おー、落ちる。ちょっとこっちに来てくれ。
Tis a phone. Let's go. 'First and foremost,
おい。気絶？打撃や打撃性ショックにより引き起こされる状態異常。マジかい。頭部へのダメージが発生するた。ギャー。助けてー。あ、このコントローラーがいじってもダメなんだ。入れ。あ、いた。ああ、また気絶すんのこれ。また気絶するのか。よし。いや、私的には今んとこ面白いかな。ナイス、ありがとう。あ、なんか拾ってんな。黄金アザン、精錬草。いや、マジでちょっと遠いわ。汽車乗ればよかった。ゴブリン。ちょっと待って。ファイター。あ、ほんとだ。元女さんいなくなってる。マジかいな。熱っ。 ハイタッチ。いやー、リムないのかな。リムならいいんじゃないか。そうだよね。まあね。確かに。ちょっと待て。
We have a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best travel?
待って、これ。
Onward, I say.
いや、そうだけど、迷うことを恐れず、とにかく進むのみっていうか、私のこの粘液はどうやったら取れるな。粘液。これ違うもんな。炎症や油、睡眠。ステータス異常。ランタン。あ、帝王黄金って、効果あるんだ。へえ。いや、それはいいとして。ちょっとこの装備とかどうしよう。そうそう、浪人ね。浪人気になるよね。ライズ・オブ・ザ・浪人。三国死にゲー。あれも確かに気になるな。サクックッ。ちょっと待って。正規ルートどれ？橋か。橋か。いやー、何も書いてない。橋はでも細いもんな、道。太い道行こう、太い道。こっちだ。ほー。何？あ、そういうこと。竜の鼓動くれたのもしかして。竜の鼓動があるのかい？ある。かけらか。そりゃそうか。
Am I the first to notice you've all got different vocations? Our respective abilities are unique as well. We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
あ、そうそう、フロムっぽいよね。死にゲーだからね。なんか、幕末のなんか有名な人物を倒しちゃったり守っちゃったりとかして自分の歴史を作るとかいう触れ込みだった気が。わーい、極上。この牛さんがいるってことは近いんでいいんだよね。あれ？拾えない？なんか近いでいいのかな？あれそうかな？あそこにあれに見えるわ。ハーピーやだ。
The arisen is covered in slime.
そう、粘液まみれなんだって。それ知ってるよ。アクションも赤色っぽい。あ、集会とかあるんだ。へえ。今助けに行きます？なんか一人で戦ってんな。ちょっと待って。エリー何やってんの？ゴブリンもいないか？エリー こら、なんてことするんだ。寝る寝る寝る寝る寝る寝る寝る。ああ、寝ちゃう寝ちゃう寝ちゃう。ナイス。おお、興奮してる興奮してる興奮してる。極上獣肉。あの小屋なんだろう。あったら楽しそうだと思った。確かに。まあまあまあ。この小屋はなんかいる？たまやじゃないや。頼もう。なんかあるな。腐った獣肉。簡単に用意る。宝箱とこれだけだよね。他ないもんね。え？何？何？あ、ゴブリン。すごいじゃないんだよ。すごいじゃないんだよ。わあ、なんかいっぱいいろんなの売ってるな。でもいいや。ありがとう。あ、間違えた。やったー。多分着いた。長かった。
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons. Truly?
ノーコーク。
Right, though no definitive
前
records
も
remain.
なんかそういうのあ
How
っ
are
た
we
よ
to get
ね
through。the door?
へい。一時的に閉ざされた扉。あ、なるほど。時間帯や物語の進展。なるほどね。壊すのは無理。あ、無理ですか。お、びっくりした。怖っ。絶対いい人じゃないよ、あれ。悪い人だよ。見た目が。ほな、そろそろ明日も早いんで寝ます。はい、おやすみなさい。来てくれてありがとう。お、開いた。こんにちはという名の泥棒。枯れ木。またびっくりマークがあるぞ。あ、あの小屋か。じゃあいいや。おー、なんか鳴ってる。
'Tis a fair reward. We cannot complain. We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
リムないの？リム。リムはありませんか？
Halt! You are approaching the gates of Vernworth, capital of Vermund. None may pass without the proper documents. If you've an entry permit, an invitation, or proof of citizenship, present it now. I see. So you are to meet with Captain Brandt. I shan't impede you then. Come with me.
I was informed that your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, you should know that this individual fought valiantly to defend the troops. The Watchhead told me himself.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace.
Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoice, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them.
夜の墓場。
This one's clear of suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir and sir. Are we clear?
おお。おお。おお。長かった。約定について。へえ、どちらかの領土に。はい。他はないのか。おお、びっくりした。
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here!
Where?
You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi! Halt!
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
手伝うとなんかあったんだ。
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
ここは何なんだ？なんでもないよな。このテーブルのマークって何なんだろう。時間の経過できるとこかな。武器屋さん。
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Perhaps new discoveries await us
向こう側か。
above.
あ、通り抜けられた。
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we check... Price, just remember.
Ah, これ装備できない。
Misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate.
Quite the sum of gold we just spent. Tis
倉
clear
庫
the
はど
arisen is
こ
no
だ？
miser. We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
I've all manner of arms for.
スティレット。ああ、結構上が
Come,
るな。
have yourself a look.
倉庫、倉庫。あー、リムあった、リムあった。この中かな。フォーンギルド。これがそうなのかな。おう。レベル80ちょっと低いか。条件ジョブファイターかウォリアーでよいしょ。
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
ガンガン言ってくれてもいい。
None strike half so hard as a warrior, nor attempt. Let us work together.
よし。
What's the make of this?
酒場と宿屋はどう違うんだ？ここが酒場だよね。夜ここで打ち合えばいいんだもんね。宿屋はどこじゃ？ 何これ。ああ、戻りの礎。あと倉庫がどこなんだろう。
Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
倉庫はないのかい？あ、やだ、ここだ。
Well met, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in... all Vernworth. You know where to find me. Inspires naught but misgivings. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in all. You know where to find.
よし。の上はいけないのかな。いけた。では本日はここまでにしたいと思います。次回はですね、酒場で落ち合ってとうとう いや、その前に、どうしようかな。なんかこの辺りでクエストがないか探してみようと思います。というわけで、ソラリンゴのベボでした。バイバーイ。おやすみなさーい。